From the Stereo Sound Record Studios, your home for the best in unsigned and indie punk, rock, and metal. This is The Mosh Pit with your host, Wes Everett.
Welcome to The Mosh Pit. It's your host, Wes Everett. I'm here with Barbwire and Lace as my guest in my wonderful studio.
How you doing?
Hello there.
How are you guys?
We're wonderful. We had us a good long practice last night working on a new CD, and it looks like we've got some tour dates coming up north and down toward Texas, and just trying to get out there and get the name out there in different towns. We've got people hitting us up on the internet now, asking for some merchandise and if we're coming to their town, and we're hoping very soon.
Nice.
Yeah,
you guys
man.
are just out there doing it, huh?
Yeah, trying to. Yeah.
So, first question, how was the trip from Cartersville? How was traffic?
In Cartersville, it was kind of rough, but after we got on the other side, it was pretty decent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're, where they're cutting in that over 61, that's really going to change the landscape, ain't it?
I know. There's talk about varsity coming and all these other chains, so we'll see.
Hey, they got a great spot for it, so.
Atlanta's going everywhere.
I know. Atlanta's going to be all of Georgia at some point.
I know. Yeah.
Let's get in there really quick.
Big vein.
It is. I'm old enough to remember when even Douglasville wasn't considered Metro Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now.
Used to be all country.
Uh-huh.
I tell people I was born and raised in Gwinnett County.
Okay.
And people's like, never, ever was it ever country. I said, yeah, they actually had horses and cows and chickens and all that stuff out there, and everybody had a garden and a tractor,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those days are gone.
Yeah, it's amazing how time changes, and quickly.
Time marches on, they say.
It does. So let's talk about this new album. How many songs you got ready for it?
Well, we've got probably more than we need.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to put about 12 or 14 on this one. It'll all be original songs. Maybe one cover. Pam may do one cover.
Cool.
But it's all original stuff. The first CD that we done was more kind of southern rock, outlaw-style country.
Yeah.
But we're going to take it a little bit more toward we'll have some outlaw on there, but we'll be doing a lot of southern style rock, maybe a Blackberry Smoke feel,
Okay.
Skinnerd feel, maybe a bump above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what cover are you thinking about throwing on there?
Boots.
Boots.
Boots are made for walking. We've revamped it up, and it doesn't even sound like.
I loved y'all's style of it over at the theater.
That's exactly the way you're going to hear it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you heard it?
It did.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I
We
love it. Love it.
Yeah, I was sitting in my music room one night, and I'm like, I've always loved the Boots song, but I want to make those boots a little faster.
Yeah.
And a little bit harsher. So that's what we did, and we've had a lot of awesome response.
Mm-hmm.
We done a concert. Was it last year with Way?
Yes.
Last year with Way Jennings, which is Waylon Jennings' grandson.
Yeah.
And that's the first time we pulled it out and done it at a show, and everybody in his band loved it. I mean, it stopped them in their tracks. You know?
He about broke his neck coming around the front of the stage to check it out. He was like, whoa, what are they doing over there?
It was really cool, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I've always said, if you're going to take a cover, make it your own,
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Don't do it the same way the band did.
No. And one thing I think is really cool about Barbwire and Lace, the band, is we don't mock anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We try to go out of our way to not mock, because that's done over and over and over. And on the way down here, we were talking that we really don't sound like any flavor of music, so to speak.
Right.
We got our own swing on everything, and if there's anything that can get us in the light, it's probably going to be that, because we're just not like anybody.
Right.
You know, and I think that's good stuff, you know.
It is. It is. It really is, because, you know, if you go see a band and you know, you can compare them to these other bands, you're like, well, you know, they sound a lot like this other band.
Right.
That's going to make you want to go see the other band.
Yeah. And, you know, I've been approached by different people about playing in a cover band, like Leonard Skinner cover band and stuff. And I love it. I mean, I love the fact that people keep that flame burning. Yeah. You know, it's cool. But I've done those songs, and I love doing my own, you know, creating the monster within, you know. And there's nothing like it when you get that completed and everybody is like, where did that come from? I don't know. It just comes out, you know.
He has literally stacks of music he's wrote. Lyrics, music, everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got working on 8,000 original songs done. They're completed. Oh. And I've got around 350 to 400 that's almost done.
No.
Yeah.
That's killer, man.
Yeah. It's
Barbwire and lace, my days.
Cruising down the highway, you got me feeling alright. I'm pulling in the driveway, I got you by my side. Truck won't crank, I'll be dang. I think I sit down and drink some of that good stuff, yeah. Oh, can't you see, you belong to me. I can't take it anymore as you're walking out that door. We're like 200 bees swarming in an apple tree. But you're as pretty as you can be. Oh, yes, indeed. Got 18 wheels rolling down the road. It's a lost highway. I love you anyway. I'd walk 100 miles just to be with you. You know that's true. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. I can't take it anymore as you're walking out that door. We're like 200 bees swarming in an apple tree. You're as good as you can be. Yes, indeed. Rolling down the dirt road, watching the plums grow. These are my country ways. You gotta love them anyway. Just like turnip greens, iced tea, field peas, cornbread, yeah. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. I can't take it anymore as you're walking out that door. I miss my childhood days when families got along. And the Bible was the golden rule. America cruising down the highway, you got me feeling alright. Pulling in the driveway, I got you by my side. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. I can't take it anymore as you're walking out that door. Like 200
So you
know.
plan on putting out a whole compilation of all of them
Eventually.
eventually?
Yeah. Or
He just keeps writing them every day. He's like, oh, I just wrote another song. And I'm like, wow.
Wow. On the same note, have you ever thought about selling your songs or?
I have, but you know, in this business, and if anybody's listening, hey, give me a shout. I don't know who to go to that you trust with your music. I know, you know, you can legal, you can have them copyrighted and this, that, and the other, but there's so many little loopholes in there that you got to watch, you know. And we're kind of working on a place in Nashville that's showing some interest in some of my music, so we'll see how that goes. Should know something in a couple of weeks on that.
Very cool, very cool. And yeah, I mean, the copyright thing, you know, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I mean, Vanilla Ice even just added a ding, so.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So.
But yeah, we're heading that way, you know, and they say it only takes one, but I'd like to have more than that.
Yeah, oh yeah. So let's talk about the ISS Awards.
Yeah.
What you guys got going on with that?
Well, there's a guy, he's become a really good friend of mine. Can I mention name?
Oh, absolutely.
Riley Nicholson, and he's on the south side of Atlanta. We met up with him 3 or 4 years ago, and he's shaking up some country stuff. And
In a big way.
yeah, he's opening some huge doors, and he lives so far away, so it's a little hard for us to connect like we want to.
Right.
But we were on the phone about 2:00 this morning talking, and he approached us. He got Gold Vocalist of the Year, and he's had Album of the Year, Video of the Year. He's really doing well, and he approached us wanting us to back him and on stage for his award as a band, and it looks like me and we'll be doing some projects together.
Yeah.
And so we were invited there, and now next year we've got the main stage, and we're doing one of his hit songs, and we're supposed to be showing, well, not showing, but having one of our songs that me and him have wrote together up on that stage next year. So there's another door, and there's just all kind of stuff in the making that I wished I could talk about right now, but I can't yet. But maybe we can do another interview.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Usually I try to do like a 6-month follow-up
Sure.
where, you know, see what's going on, see what's new,
Right.
and all that fun stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, where is this going to be? Where's the award show at?
It has not been announced yet.
Okay.
This past one was in Alpharetta.
Yeah.
So, that's not bad. That's not a bad drive.
Yeah, it's becoming a huge deal. If you look it up, ISSA Awards is getting to be huge. I think they're like between 18 and 19,000 members strong now, so they're opening some doors, yeah.
Sounds like it. That's good. I like to see stuff coming back to Georgia for, you know, awards and ceremonies and stuff like that. Get more music in here.
Oh, yeah, man. We need music. You know, Atlanta's always been a big music town, and there's been a lot of awesome talent over the years come out of Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, at one point we were almost the new Nashville.
Yes.
We were getting really close to being that.
And, you know, Georgia, period, is full of super talent.
Oh,
you know, today it's more than ever, you know, but a lot of people's been discovered in Georgia over the years, way back. You know.
Yeah, that's why I started this whole podcast, because I was like, you know, there's a lot of Georgia bands that really need recognition. And the funny thing is, when I first started this, Georgia bands wouldn't even give me the time of day.
Really?
I had bands from Washington State,
Wow.
from Texas, and New York before I had Georgia bands.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out. You know, this is an awesome place. Just a good, warm feeling. If you're a band, you should come down and check it out.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I'll have to use that as a recording. Oh man, dude, again, I appreciate you guys coming out, hanging
Shoot
out
you
with
up.
me.
Yeah.
So what else you got going on? You got the awards. You got new CD coming out.
Yeah, we're looking, and if anybody hears this and they're interested, we're looking for a keyboard player. We've got a lot of our music that you can just tell if it had some keyboards, maybe, because some of our stuff almost a little bit plays on the Mother's Finest type, kind of funky rock sound. We're looking to do that. We're actually looking for a tour bus. And we've got a place out in Rydell, Georgia, that's a barn, and we're fixing it up. We're going to have like a 300-seat concert wedding event place there, venue. And so we're going to continue to push the music. We've done shows with Marshall Tucker. We've done shows with Confederate Railroad, Kentucky Headhunters, Foghat, Fabulous Thunderbirds. We've been on stage with some cool people and met some cool people along the way by doing that, and continue to march on. Looking to do some shows. Again, I don't really want to talk about it right now because it's not solid. Yeah. But we're going forward.
Cool. Yeah, I actually bought that bass off of the bass player from Marshall Tucker.
Did you really?
I did. He dropped it on for sale, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Coffin case too, so.
Yeah, Doug Gray. I've known Doug Gray for a long time, which is the lead singer for Marshall Tucker, and Toy Caldwell, the old songwriter singer that covered "Can't You See." He was one of my influences in guitars, and he had a nickname, Thunder Thumb, and he would play with his thumb, and he would get a very cool, unusual sound out of the guitar, And a lot of people back in the day just couldn't figure out how he was getting it, because he didn't really use a lot of pedals or anything. It was just pretty much straight string and pick, they thought. But it was from the thumb, and he got a name Thunder Thumb by it. And I picked his style up, and I used that style on some of my original stuff to this day, because it don't sound like any pedal you can buy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
just really, it's a really cool thing.
That is awesome.
So, one of my favorites, Marshall Tucker.
Oh yeah, I have always. Kentucky Headhunters actually played out here. I guess it's been about 10 years ago now, but they played out the Rock, our little spot here. Yeah, they played there.
I'll tell you a real short story about them. We played a show with them at a bar that was Cletus T's in Cartersville. It's not there anymore. And we played a show there, opened up for them. And I was mingling with them and Marshall Tucker and different bands along the way. And once the Sunday morning after that Saturday night, about 10 o'clock in the morning, my phone rang. And nobody that knows me would call me at that time of morning after a show, Yeah. They're saying he's going to get his rest, So the phone rings, and I answer it, and it was Wayne of Confederate Railroad, and he says, "Hey, there's somebody who wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "Really?" I said, "Where are you at?" And he said, "We're in Florida doing a big fest." And he said, "We got Doug Gray and Kentucky Headhunters, and they were talking about your show from last night, how they enjoyed playing with you, and nice guy, and the crowd was great, and this, that, and the other. Yeah. But there's a guy that keeps saying, I keep hearing your name, Don Nichols' name, and I feel like I should know him. And he wants to talk to you." So he hands the phone to this guy, and I say, "Hello," and he says, "Hey, how you doing? I feel like I know you already." And I said, "Well, who are you?" And he says, "I'm Charlie Daniels." Oh. So I sat there and talked to Charlie Daniels for about 10 or 15 minutes on their bus, and it was just really cool. And I hung up the phone and I thought to myself,
Barbwire, The Wall. Skipping Stone, Quietus.
feel like I've made it, you know.
Yeah, right.
Because Charlie Daniel was so highly respected, you know, a great guy. But yeah, so those are some really good guys, and if you ever get an opportunity to go out and hear them, do so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they're down to earth. They're approachable.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh
very
yeah.
approachable.
Yeah, they really are. Along with them, and you mentioned Mother's Finest. We've actually had them on this show.
And I know them.
Hey, such a good dude. Just the whole band. Yeah.
Yeah. They're down to earth people. You know?
And that's what I like. That's, be able to actually have a conversation with them. They're not just like, oh, it's another guy.
And they're so cool because there's so much music history with those people, and they met them all. You know, I mean, the ones that's still alive and the ones that's passed away. You know, and they can tell you such awesome stories.
Yeah.
Storytellers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know. Because this, I try not to talk too much. So I'll let you guys do the talking.
And I'm probably talking too much, but
not even a little bit.
One thing that's crazy about me is people asked, "What kind of music do you like?" And I said, "I love it all because I was raised on it all." Yeah. My father, he played no music as far as instruments or sing, but he loved music. And one of the things that he would get me every year for Christmas was an album. And a lot of these people, I had no idea who they were. But I would play it, and I'd find a couple songs on it that I would like, and then the next thing you know, I like the whole album. But I, as a child, would listen to Hank Sr., Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Fats Domino, and Kiss, and my range is huge. Yeah. And some of my influences I would say would be Ace Frehley, Jimmy Page, of course, Slash, but also. And
our granddaughter will tell you she knows Slash, just because she loves him.
But then I take you can hear a flavor of Jerry Reed, and some of my jazzy, bluesy things. Believe it or not, I mix a little Chet feel to it, and it's just a strange mix, and it's really hard to figure out because some guitar players you can hear the influence huge, but mine's so crazy and across the board that you think you got it figured out and you don't. And then I have my own thing there too, but a lot of great guitar players out there.
Oh yeah. Me and a friend of mine were talking about Slash the other day, talking about how much bigger he could have been if he hadn't have been with Guns N' Roses. Don't get me wrong, huge Guns N' Roses fan.
Yes.
But the stuff he's doing with Miles Kennedy now is just.
Oh,
gives me cold chill.
Exactly.
One thing I say about Slash and Eric Clapton is they keep getting better and better and better. And Slash is huge.
Yeah.
He's huge, when you think he's found it all, he finds something else,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he's really cool.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I'm there. You go again. Guns N' Roses. I love them. Yep. And I love the Velvet Revolver.
Oh yeah.
They were good. Scott. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is. It really is.
So much talent.
We've lost so much good talent too, man. It's crazy.
I know. It's just so sad. But and we've got several songs. It's about drugs and our fight against the drugs. We don't like that stuff. It's tucked too much talent in so many areas away. Music is one of the main ones,
Yep.
But we'll have to come back when we get this CD done. 'Cause two of those songs will be on there.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah, would love to hear those. Getting back to you guys.
Yeah.
As far as venues go, what's been some of your favorite venues to play?
Well, I played Chastain Park several years ago. That was a really cool place. Played the Barnes Amphitheater with Foghat and the Fabulous Thunderbirds. That was a really, really cool place. I love that place. It's a shame that there's not more music played down there because it is nothing but awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But we've played the Strand Theater, we've played the Dallas Theater, we've played Rockmart Theater, the Aurora. We've played just a huge amount of theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And
Raccoon Creek.
Yes, that's a really nice place. They're friends of ours, so if any bands want to go and play at do their own show at a place, it's very reasonable and super nice people to deal with, and they got some awesome barbecue that they're cooking out there every time they do a show. Yeah,
that'll get me out there in a heartbeat.
yeah, but we've done the old Cowboys in Kennesaw that used to be there. We've done what was that theater we done in Tennessee?
Gym Theater, I believe it was called.
Yeah, done the gym, and we've done a lot of places. We played just about every theater around.
Nice. Did you guys ever play the Milltown down in Bremen? Milltown Music Hall?
No, I didn't. We got close one time, and it never happened. But yeah.
Now they've closed it, which is super sad, man.
I know it. Yeah.
So.
But it's the way that the COVID thing worked out. It put a lot of places, period, out of business.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
And just hurt the other ones that it didn't.
Yes. Right. Now we play Six's Tavern over here. It's a nice little place to play. Good atmosphere.
Steel Dixie, Country Till We Die.
Church has got a 357 pushed down in a purse. touchdown, but we're gonna be country until the day we die.
People that own it's really good people, and you can go over there and relax your guard. You know, you're
Yeah.
not going to find yourself in any trouble.
Yeah, Sixes is good. I've always liked it, and not
Tom's.
Tom's is good, but I was going to mention Rocco's up in Jasper.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
right.
a God, that the sound there and the
Yes.
food.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a straight up business up there too. Really respect his stuff too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we get around town, not as much as we want to, because I also own an automotive repair and body shop business, and I'm there 6 days a week, so it keeps me busy.
Yeah.
But I still like to get out and bend some guitar strings on a Saturday night.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. Well, what are your 3 goals for the next 12 months?
Wow, you asked a big one. I could be corny and say win the lotto, but I know I'm not.
One of them is complete our CD.
Yes. And hopefully, or I should say most definitely, the stuff that we have going with the music, all of it come true, because the rest will follow if it does, you know. And one is to get the barn completed so bands can come in there and they can play at a place and do their own shows where it's cheap enough to where they can actually make some money.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of these places, it just costs so much
So
money,
expensive.
you know, to rent out for stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're all about the music, and sky's the limit. We just hope that you know, people like us and enjoy our music, and everything keeps rolling forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you guys have any advice for any bands trying to make a name for themselves?
You want to answer it?
You go for it.
Well, the only thing that I can say, be creative, stick to your goals, keep going forward, and when you're playing out, always remember, if you've got some original stuff, put it out there, because if you don't, nobody's going to know
That's
it.
right.
And it's very important that we have this new stuff. You know, I remember in the 80s, early 80s, everybody was like, it's all sounds the same. It all sounds the same. And then you had Guns N' Roses that come out, and Metallica, and all those guys, and all of a sudden you had a new wave of everything. You know, everybody's like, yeah, it was time for a change. And it takes somebody brave to stick it out there and you know, let it be. Like our music, for instance, a lot of my stuff is my life, her life, somebody in the band's life. But then there's a part within me that I don't know where it comes from, but it comes from somewhere. It's somebody else's life. And a lot of it's so out of, I mean, I've never been there, you know, but
He's got some
it comes
really
from
dark
somewhere.
stuff out there too.
Yeah. But it has to be told,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah. And I agree with the putting your original stuff out, because I've got a band that I've played for years, and they kind of got lumped into that cover band. So they ended up having to change their band name due to other circumstances, but it turned out for the better, because they're like, all right, now we can start pushing our original stuff.
Sure.
We can move away from, oh, they're a cover band. So
Yeah. You kind of, In band business, you got to watch yourself because you can get kind of in that hole.
Mm-hmm.
And once you find yourself at the bottom of that hole, the band kind of gets in that slump, and it's hard to come out of it,
Oh, yeah.
So I think a lot of my job is to keep that moving forward, keep the bridge built over the valley, so to speak, so we don't fall in it. And I always, I look around and I tell them, I say, hey, we got a new song. They're like, oh, it's like a Happy Meal to a kid, I said, so I said, hey, let's do this thing, and I put one out there last night, and it was kind of bluesy, but they all loved it, so we keep moving forward.
There you go. That's what you got to do, man. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all sitting in on this. I've absolutely enjoyed our chat.
And we brought a few little goodies for you, and maybe you hang it on the wall and throw darts at it or something.
I'll share it on Facebook first and be like, look at this awesome band. Maybe other people send me stuff.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Hint. Tell everybody where they can find you on all the socials.
Well, right now we're working on a website. We don't have it up and running yet. Facebook is the main place right now. Barbwire and Lace, Outlaw Country, which we are so far from Outlaw Country anymore. We have, like the CD we're going to give you, it's like really Outlaw Country scaled, but we don't play anything like that anymore. He can't stand still. He's just got to do his thing, and he does it, and it works.
The spirit of music.
There it is. There it is. Well, guys, thank y'all again.
Okay, looking forward to coming back.
Carbon Stone, Pins and Needles featuring Crystal of Anoxia.
I'm locked alone inside my head. It's like a carnival. Somewhere between alive and dead, I'm just a tragedy. Push myself around, how can I be so cynical? Like broken pieces on the ground, I'm just so pitiful. Oh no, rescue me from myself, the enemy, my reflection, the myself around, how can I be so cynical?